Same DNA but different beast. This is the RR 310 for the track and RTR 310 for the street. What's your choice? Let's wrap it up in this video. So welcome back to Cruise Control. Thanks to Unity Motors, the Rajmundry dealership, to help us out in this video. Let's begin with the video and let's start with the variants that are offered in both the vehicles. So this is the RR 310 and there are 4 variants offered with 3 colors that are offered in this vehicle. And now let's talk about the pricing of ex-showroom of RR 310. So it starts from 2,75,000 to 3,01,000 rupees ex-showroom. Now let's go into the RTR 310. So there are 4 variants offered as well as 4 colors offered in the RTR 310. So now let's talk about the pricing. So it starts from 2,39,000 rupees ex-showroom to 3,01,000 rupees ex-showroom. So this was something about the pricing and variants and colors offered in both the vehicles. So now let's talk about the lightning setup of both the vehicles. So now let's talk about the lightning setup of the RR 310 first. So in both of them, whereas RR and RTR, there is an adaptive BI LED technology offered. So what is adaptive BI LED? So adaptive BI LED is a technology in which the headlamps of both the vehicles adjust their brightness according to the situation and speed of the vehicle. So here there are lamps offered, both are LED and even the turn indicators of the RR 310 are LED. So now let's go to the back and see the back lighting setup of the RR 310. So this is the back LED setup of the RR 310. So this is the brake light, something it looks like this, and this is the turn indicators that is mounted with the tail light as well, not at the mudguard of the RR 310. So you can see it blinking. So both are, there is a total LED setup in both the vehicles. So this is the front look of the RTR 310 and this is the lightning setup. So this is designed according to the naked bike and that is a sports bike. So you get DRLs on both the sides and again the same adaptive BI LED technology on the front and the rear as well. So these are the turn indicators offered and let's see the light. So something the light looks like this. So now let's go to the rear. So this is the back look of the RTR 310 and these are the brake lights and this is the signal light again. So there is a total LED setup on the RTR 310 as well and मैं आपको एक फीचर बताना भूल गया. तो दोनों में ही आपको एक जैसे कि मैंने आपको बताया था कि adaptive BI LED is offered. So at the back when you do panic braking, when you panically press the brake, the tail light keeps on blinking so that the back rider or the someone who is riding at your back gets an alert that you're using the brakes in an emergency. So yeah, this was about the lightning setup of both the vehicles. So now let's talk about the design of both the vehicles. So now let's talk about the design of both the vehicles, the RR 310 as well as the RTR 310. So the RR 310 is more a sporty look that is made for a track, whereas the RTR 310 is a Streetfighter, a naked bike, basically for a regular ride or a street ride, whereas this is made specially for the tracks. And air vents over here, these are offered for reducing the weight of the motorcycle so that there is a better speed on the track. And again the air vents over here so that the engine heat direct does not touch your leg, and the same is offered on the Apache RTR 310 as well. So someone who wants a sporty look should choose the RR 310, whereas someone who wants a naked bike should go for the RTR 310. So now let's talk about the seat height of both the bikes. So both the bikes have the same seat height of 780 mm and the same ground clearance of 180 mm. This was about it, and now let's talk about the weight. That is 169 kg curb weight, whereas this is 174 kg curb weight. So this is slightly heavier than the RTR 310. So if you want more comfortable ride, you should definitely go for the RTR, and you want something sporty, so go for the RR 310. So this was about the design and dimensions of both of them. Now let's talk about the wheelbase. So there is 1358 mm that is offered in the RTR 310, whereas in this you are offered 1338 mm. So slightly the wheelbase of this is shorter when compared to the RTR 310. So now let's talk about the screen of the RR 310 and then we'll talk about the RTR 310. So there is a 5-inch TFT display offered in both the RR and as well as the RTR. So there are so many features that are offered in both the vehicles. So now let's talk about the ride modes that are offered in the RR 310. So you are offered 4 ride modes, that is urban, range, sport and track. And whereas in that you have an additional ride mode that is Supermoto. So for more features you can definitely choose the RTR 310. And there is a speedometer, the gear position indicator, the time, and you can connect it to the SmartX Connect by the TVS Connect mobile app, and you can use it for the TVS navigation. Like turn-by-turn navigation, you can use both the vehicles. So this was about the screen of both the vehicles. So now let's talk about the engine specification of both the vehicles. Now let's talk about the engine of both the vehicles, the RR as well as the RTR. So one more thing that is common is the engine of both of them. The engine is same but the power is different. So you get a 312.2 cc liquid cooled engine in both the vehicles, and both the vehicles are reversely inclined. The engine is reversely inclined place, and the power of the RR 310, it produces 38 HP of power and 20 29 Newton meter of torque, whereas the RTR 310 produces 35.6 HP power and 28.7 Newton meter of torque. So the RR 310 produces slightly more power and torque when compared to the RTR 310. So now let's talk about the gearbox of both of them. So you get a 6-speed manual transmission in both of them, the RR 310 as well as the RTR 310, and you get the bi-directional quick shifter in both of them, so you can easily shift the gears without using the clutch. So now let's talk about the braking system of both of them. Now let's talk about the braking system of both of them. One more thing is common, that is the brakes. तो आपको आगे और पीछे दोनों में ही disc brakes देखने को मिलेंगे. In both of the vehicles you are offered disc brakes at the front as well as at the rear with the dual channel ABS. So this was about the brakes. How are the brakes? So इसमें adjustable levers भी आपको देखने को मिलेंगे. The clutch as well as the brakes are adjustable. So you can adjust them according to your wrist size and according to your comfort, and you get the slipper assist clutch for better usage and better gear shifting. So that was about the brakes. Now let's talk about the suspensions of both of them. Let's talk about the suspensions of the RR 310 as well as the RTR 310. So you get the USD forks at the front of 41 mm and shock absorbers at the rear of the both 6-step adjustable preload, and the gold fitting on the suspensions you can see here as well as there. So there is gold coating. And now let's talk about the fuel capacity. So that is the same again on both the vehicles. You get the 11 liters of capacity on the RR 310 as well as the RTR 310. And now let's talk about the positioning and footrests of both the vehicles. You get the same positioning that is at the rear, slightly rear. So you can see this is the position you get on the RR 310 as well as the same on the RTR 310. So yeah, now let's talk about the additional features that are offered in the RR as well as the RTR. So you get drag torque control, launch control, cruise control, and drag torque cornering drag torque control as well. So these are the additional features that are offered in both of them. And if you want additional more features and any customization in both of the vehicles, you can add the dynamic kit in your pack, and the ex-showroom price for that begins from 2,75,000 for both the vehicles, and you can customize for everything, even for the keyless ignition and all, and those all comes into the additional features, and even the transparent clutch that is offered in both the vehicles in the latest model. So that was about both the vehicles, the key differences and all. So yeah, these were the key differences on the RR 310 as well as the RTR 310. And one more thing, you get the air wings over here on the RR 310 for reducing the overall weight of the motorcycle and for better speed and better performance. And if you want the cooling and ventilated seats, you can also opt for them by paying some extra amount, and as well as the adjustable suspensions, totally adjustable by preload, compression, etc. So you can opt for them, and now you can choose your vehicle according to your preference, because we have covered all the differences that is between the RR as well as the RTR. So you want something for the racetrack, something for better performance, go for the RR 310, and you want something for daily rides, city rides, or a naked supermoto, you can definitely choose the RTR 310. So yeah, that was for this video. Thank you for watching.